Juan-o's world.
My baby mama trippin', she been going through my phone. Tired of me cheating, I can't leave these hoes alone. Hella pics, hella tips on my cash app. It's like ho. Ooh, what up though, y'all? How y'all living? Welcome to Juan-o's world. Man, tonight this story right here kind of threw me for a loop. Now, a lot of us remember Yng Cheese. A lot of us remember Gillie's son from $1 million worth of cash being unalived in the streets. It was a very confusing and conflicting story. Some people were saying it was Illuminati. Some people were saying it was gang violence. Some people were saying it was due to his rap beefs. People were saying a lot of things. But as life goes on, it appears cases, the truth is more stranger than fiction. But dig this story out right here.
Was allegedly involved in. It would somewhat make sense when you hear the manner in which he died. They walked up while he was in front of his mama, getting in his mama's vehicle, and they murdered him in front of his mom. For something like that to happen to you, Brad, they would have had to have such malice, disdain, hatred in their heart for you that is unimaginable to even explain or try to comprehend. Their hatred for Noah could be explained if Noah was walking up to people with switches taking their face off. Now, surely...
Now, I thought that was one of the most saddest stories I ever heard. This young high school kid on his way to college plays basketball and has one of the top GPAs in his school, getting killed in front of his mother on the way to school. I thought that was one of the most horrible internet stories I ever heard, until I heard the rest of the story. Dig this out.
After his death, a few hours, the murder vehicle was located. It was a white Jeep. And a day after the murder vehicle was located, one man was taken into custody for the murder of Noah. I believe that 3 people could be involved, but one man that's currently in custody is C-Baby, which is Gillie's nephew, Yng Cheese's cousin. Now, it's currently unclear why police are speaking to C-Baby or why or what they believe his role in Noah Scurry's death is, but C-Baby is currently in custody. Now, the interesting thing about this is, before C-Baby got arrested or got detained for Noah Scurry's murder, C-Baby had a very interesting IG post. C-Baby is keeping it true to the street code, man. The body ain't worth it if the streets don't know you did it. So,
wow. Let me tell you something about the streets. 70% of the time, they know who did it. So trying to prove to the streets you did something is kind of irrelevant. You get caught up in trying to prove something to people outside of yourself. It's an endless cycle because you're trying to satisfy something that's insatiable. This also goes to show, like, we get judged a lot as parents, as uncles, big brothers. It don't matter how much money or access you have no control over someone's bad decisions. Now, I know people gonna be like, well, oh, Gillie, your uncle, and Wallow, your cousin, and they got Lamborghinis, and it's like, well, yeah, they can buy me clothes and give me a job and put money in my pocket, but does that satisfy the hunger to be accepted by the streets? Probably not. Could they have put him up to this? Probably so, but I doubt that, because I'm pretty sure they would have told him don't make no Instagram posts after you did the murder about the murder. What the is going on with you kids? You need to get some mentorship from Juan-o, but we're going to leave that alone.
After allegedly catching the body of Noah, man, he's on the IG story dissing Noah. My FanDuel chicken cook. Just know they did it first. Blood, whole. He went ahead and said, I feel sorry for his mama. Clown, broken heart emoji. But this right here is the post we gotta pause on. He would write, get your rest, Cheesy. That boy gas now. Confirming they smoked Noah Scurry because Noah Scurry was responsible for the death of Yng Cheese. But it gets more self-incriminating, people.
This be conflicting for me because I understand it, but then I don't understand it. You look at the scoreboard, all y'all done lost 3, 4, 5 homies. How much further is supposed to go? Now, in certain situations, I hate to admit it, but in this situation specifically, I do understand the need for retaliation, like physical retaliation. I do understand it, and you about to understand why in a minute.
The song he used, Intro by Lil Durk, it had some very incriminating lyrics. On the intro, Lil Durk rap, "See the one that killed my blood, laying in blood, I can rest." Now, obviously this applies to the situation, but it applies to the situation in a deeper sense. There was a video going around of Noah Scurry laying in blood as his mama is over him hugging him. This right here,
man, that's where it get even more crazier at. Because obviously this young man Noah, he was living up to his mother's expectations, and that was good enough for her not to scratch the surface to know her son was out here killing people. That ain't to say she would have loved him any less or not cried as much. That ain't saying that. But it is saying the awareness of what's going on is mandatory. You might need to know if you got a weed head child or a slacker child or a thieving child or a murderous killing child. You might want to be aware of these things. Just saying.
It's not just this is the most self-incriminating thing I ever seen, bruh. Ever. Yo, at this point, me and the police do the same job, bruh. We look at IG for...
Well, no, hold on. We done seen way more self-incriminating stuff than this. But we are gonna put this in the top 10. We will put this in the top 10.
For a living, and we get paid for it. It's time to go to the police academy, bruh. Because catching these ninjas is getting easier and easier as the day go by, man. But it doesn't appear that C-Baby even cared about incriminating himself.
Yeah, that's what I was about to get to. These young men had a mentality, I hate to say it like this, but of a female. They don't necessarily care about getting caught because, I mean, they'll lie to get away, but they don't necessarily care about getting caught because the consequences are not realistic. Especially when you're talking about some of these Commonwealth states like in the South, Georgia, Virginia. Oh shit, Philly is a Commonwealth state too. Now, Philly not like some of them other Commonwealth states because you will get real time in the state of Philadelphia. But maybe he can get a suspended sentence like some of them other Commonwealth states, so then that further breeds the lack of carelessness when it comes to life and or consequences. You understand?
He wanted people to know that this was because of Cheese. He wanted people to know that Noah died because he did something to Cheese. It's a shame, man, but if Noah Scurry was out here claiming to have 5 bodies, and one body they're claiming is he walked down Fat Dame with a switch and took his face off, and now Cheese family is claiming he killed Cheese. Yo, the Noah Scurry was a menace, right? Then Noah Scurry was allegedly demonic, a serial killer. So it doesn't appear like C-Baby, if he was involved or is involved, it doesn't appear he cares about being arrested by the police for this at all. It looks like he's pretty satisfied with the outcome. And he was ready to go to jail or ready for whatever, the consequences would be because he got his man. Y'all let me know in the comment section. What do you guys think about this?
I mean, maybe not. This young man hasn't been formally charged yet or indicted, shall we say, nor has he faced trial or went to jail. They haven't recovered a weapon. As bad as this bit of evidence is, it's all circumstantial. But with that being said, he did cross some lines. With that being said, this is how you know a lot of these guys ain't built for gangster shit. Because if it's about revenge or if it's about settling a score, the only person that need to know you put that work in is you. And if you putting in work for people to know you did it, then that's not the same as putting in work. Not the same at all. And with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and bring this one to a close. I can't help but wonder, like, how and why. As a father, I kind of understand and I don't understand. You got some of your kids living in the suburbs, and you got some of your kids still living in the hood involved in gang politics. When you talk about a young man that's 22, 23, 24 years old, whose father is still putting a couple of $100 a month in his pocket, being able to say, come live with me, kind of seemed like something could nobody fight with, because after all, you still taking care of them. But it's not for my judgment. I also know as a father, you can tell your kids all type of things and facilitate all type of shit, and that don't mean they gonna stay within them parameters. This is a sad story on all accounts. And the fact of the matter is, all of these dudes wasn't even old enough to get a discount on their car insurance yet. This dude wasn't even old enough to have a license in this state yet. Not a fully independent license, so to speak. Some of these guys may have even still been virgins, but they already got 6-7 bodies, and for no reason. What you'll come to find out about this story is this gang didn't have no ops. They thing was just to kill high priority targets. Who the fuck sits in their bedroom and come up with that shit for no money? Goals are a lot different these days than when I was that age. You know, we wanted to style on niggas, not kill them. That was like last resort. With that being said, man, we out of here.